JA Entrepreneurship Essentials is a program where high school kids who might be flirting with the idea of being their own boss or running their own business get to go through a series of programs where they can take all the risks and make all the mistakes without any real financial or life consequences. We have them working with college students that are studying entrepreneurship and successful entrepreneurs in the local community.
Well, they told me I could be my own boss if that's what entrepreneur is. So I thought that was really cool.
I had that aha moment when I realized I wanted to own my own McDonald's, and this was the way about going about it. I'm not just going to get into owning my own McDonald's. I knew there were steps and things I had to learn, I had to do in order to own my own McDonald's, and Junior Achievement actually really helped me take those steps.
The biggest surprise for me was everyone's attention. Like, everyone's really involved.
My vision for this program was exceeded on day one. The students knocked my socks off.
JA journey, students are recognized for their achievements and become eligible for local and national scholarships.
It's a $6,500 scholarship a year for 4 years, but it's kind of taking, $6,500 off a year for me. It's actually helping me out a lot. And it's showing me that, even though I have 2 jobs and I still do extracurricular activities after school, it's paying off. It really does show that.
More than 15 million children in the United States have nowhere to go after school. Programs like JA Entrepreneurship Essentials help fill the void.
We reach over 20,000 students each school year. We work with teachers and volunteers during the school day. So Entrepreneurship Essentials is really us getting back to our roots of after-school programming.
It's fun to know that, learning how to run a business, and plus it's an escape and something just to do after school also. And it's good on a college resume also.
She's a really good kid. She's a good role model for her sisters.
She want to be a nurse, and she said she want to be a social worker. I'm just happy if she just go to college.
But my friends kind of don't understand sometimes because they're so used to their parents being together, and whereas mine aren't. And I kind of understand, some leaders just know only a certain thing or, a certain situation, where I understand both sides to, the story. And it kind of made me stronger because now I'm more independent. I'm more of a do things myself because that's how I am now.
Learning skills that help take them to the next level, Junior Achievement students are ahead of the game.
I identified immediately some students that tended to be quiet, and I specifically, and the other camp leaders specifically targeted those students to try to get them more involved.
Because when I first came, I didn't know half of them, so I didn't really communicate with them, but now I communicate with everybody.
But it's really neat to see how the kids changed, because yesterday I sat down and there was 5 of us, including me, in the circle, and I was the one that wasn't talking.
I think it's definitely opened them up to working with other people and learning how everybody works as a team, where his place is in the team, and, how he can help.
You need to all work together in a group in order to complete what you're trying to accomplish and make a business and keep it alive.
And the shyer kids, or the people who don't talk as much, I think they really are absorbing, and also we're taking them out of their comfort level.
I believe that if you're a leader, you're a great listener. That's the only reason that can make you a good leader, because just bossing people around isn't a great leader.
Helping the more than 4 million students nationwide participating in junior achievement programs, volunteers are these high school students' direct line to the business pulse of their area.
But really, you work hard, you can be an entrepreneur right out of high school. I mean, it doesn't take years of experience, it doesn't take tons of money, it just takes hard work and effort to put into it.
And I would recommend this. If you ever have a thought about doing something that's very kind of bold and all that, you're ultimately going to have to be the one that's going to carry this weight on your shoulder. But there's people out there who have gone before you. Don't hesitate to go sit down and say, hey, I want to talk to you about something I'm thinking about.
Take the risk. He just told me that today. Take the risk. Like, I'm a more laid-back, shy person, so that was kind of some good advice, that I should just take the risk, but get advice from people before I do it.
Why I'm in here is that every leader has the obligation to help create the next generation of leaders, and this is the next generation leader, so I hope I can be a part of that.
I think when you get in a situation like this, you hope to provide a little bit of a spark.
With the knowledge and tools to create a successful business, Cape Henlopen students set out to experience it hands-on.
We have a clothing business. It's Best Apparel all day, but we made it as bad, to make it a little catchy. And we sell shirts, keychains, and we have artists on our design team, so they design all our shirts.
Well, our company was called The Spot, and they didn't know that it was part of Junior Achievement. They thought that was just a little concession stand after school, and they don't understand the true thing that it's one with Junior Achievement.
Think about it. Every day you interact with people, making exchanges, learning new things, and discover more about yourself. This is all a part of business.
Okay. This man, he had a suit on, he came in there and he was talking to me, and he was kind of talking to me I didn't understand what he was saying. And so I had to study for my English test anyway, so I started using big words. And then he just looked at me like I was crazy.
Over the summer, my sisters and I did a little lemonade stand. It was funny. Well, we didn't open all the time, so we should have been more committed to it, probably.
That's where I actually kind of put my McDonald's skills into my Junior Achievement, by telling them the customer's right, the people are right. If this is what they want, this is what we have to give them. Just like McDonald's, if you come in there and ask for a Big Mac with lettuce on it, you give them a Big Mac with lettuce.
Cody and Diliante aren't only exploring the world of business, their new knowledge of the world around them changes life socially.
I hang out with a little bit, a couple people from Junior Achievement more. Yeah. And it's cool that we hey, are you going to Junior Achievement today? And yeah.
It definitely has opened me up where I'm more open to people younger than me and different from me.
The same friends that I had 9th grade, I don't have anymore. The same friends I had 10th grade and 11th grade, I don't have anymore. I grew up a lot, and they were still kind of stuck how we were 9th and 10th grade.
Some people are just in school because they have to be, and then there's people in school that want to go to college and in school to go way further in life and try to do bigger things. So once I got really involved in Junior Achievement, I realized we don't have anything to talk about.
No, I just went because she says check it out. Guys, they want to hang with their girlfriends, so they go check it out. So I went and checked it out, and I learned a lot about it, and I really liked it. I found there were some things and fundamentals about Junior Achievement that I could learn to like and grow with.
High school kids are looking for a place to belong. And a lot of times you have kids that are very charismatic, and you can tell that they have the potential to be leaders, but sometimes that behavior is acted out in a non-productive way in the school setting, but we can take that same behavior in a JA company program, for instance, and create a genuine leader.
It really does go to show that you can't just believe the stereotype of, oh, kids today. It's not true. These young adults really, they have their eye on their future, they're motivated, they can be very respectful.
But if you come up there and you have everything together, you know what you're saying, you know what you're talking about, I think they will respect you. That's a big major part in business, I believe.
What's
She's always been a determined child. She's, you know, always, she puts her mind to something and she's going to do it. So I feel that this just gave her a step ahead of everybody else.
So I think that this is giving them those skills that they'll need just for the regular workforce, whether they plan to start their own business or not.
It's beyond just owning a business. It's thinking entrepreneurially.
Even if they don't know they want to work in a business, it's good to know additional information for anything.
He wants better, you know. He wants to have a decent life. He's motivated.
We're getting students to think about their future, and we're getting them to think outside the box.
But I'm saying you got to think about your future. Things don't always go as planned, but it helps to know stuff.
I think it's a good idea, good program. I think it does prepare them for the world outside. It helps them with college.
And I want my parents to see me do good, you know, because neither one of my parents went to college. Neither one of them, neither one of them graduated high school. So just these steps, and this being my senior year, and me going to college and getting acceptances letters and being the president of a company is actually what's motivating me.
Thank you.